Welcome to our new future marketplace store in Granbury. My name is Gary Huddleston, and I'm the Director of Consumer Affairs for Kroger. And I want to be one of the first ones to welcome you to the site of our new Kroger Marketplace store in Granbury. Please take a seat. Well, we're gonna have a few remarks here, and then we're going to do the ceremonial first shovel of the dirt and breaking ground in a ceremonial way for our marketplace store here in Granbury. Just again, thank you so much for being a part of our celebration today. Let me just make a few remarks about the city of Granbury. Kroger has been a part of the city of Granbury since 1987 when we built the store and came to Granbury. We remodeled the store back in 2010. It's been an extremely successful store for us, but now is the time for us to take the next step in our evolution, and that is bringing a Kroger Marketplace to Granbury. And you'll hear a little bit more about what a marketplace is in a minute. But as I researched this, I found out the city of Granbury was actually founded in 1860, and it started out with a square cabin courthouse down where the courthouse is today. And the city of Granbury was named for Hiram B. Granbury, who spelled it a little differently, and he was a colonel in the Confederate Army. Then in 1969, the Brazos River was dammed up, forming Lake Granbury, which has certainly been an economic boom to the area. Granbury has a rich history of folks that have come to Granbury. One of them was Davy Crockett's wife that actually resided in the city of Granbury. And then this is a little folklore here. John Wilkes Booth was told really survived and moved to Granbury and assumed the name of John St. Helen and lived here in Granbury for a period of time. Also, Jesse James was buried in Granbury and not Missouri, I've been told. Now, the most notable recent resident of Granbury is, of course, Dana Vollmer, who's an Olympic gold champion swimmer, and certainly has helped continue to put Granbury on the map. A little bit about a little history on Kroger. Kroger was founded in 1863, 3 years after the town of Granbury, by Barney Kroger. Barney started with his first store in Cincinnati, and today Kroger has over 2,100 stores in 31 states, and we're very proud to be serving more customers in the United States from a traditional supermarket company than any other retailer, and we're very, very fortunate to have a large market share in the Dallas-Fort Worth, Granbury area. So we've got a number of our Kroger team here today. Let me introduce a few of those. Richard Binkley is the project engineer for Kroger, and he's in charge of building this store. Richard, thank you for being here. And Richard's father-in-law is Tony Garcia, a resident of Granbury. He's a retiree from Kroger. I've known Tony a number of years from our time in Houston, and Tony, thank you for being here. Tony's a resident of Granbury, and he'll be giving our store manager a lot of coaching, I'm sure, as we open the store. Sean Cram is here. Sean is our district manager. Sean, thank you for being here. He'll have responsibilities on the operation of the store. Kim Horchuk is our assistant HR manager. Kim, thank you for being here. And Sarah Snodgrass, thank you. She is our talent manager for Dallas and be responsible for hiring all the great talent here in our Granbury store. Jennifer Wursel. Jennifer works for me and helped put this whole celebration together. Thank you, Jennifer. And she's a consumer affairs specialist for our Granbury store as well as other stores around Fort Worth. Jim Freeman and Danielle DeArmond are both from our real estate team. Danielle is responsible for buying the dirt, and so thank you for doing that, Danielle. Well, without any further ado, then I want to bring up an individual that I've known for a number of years, a lot of experience within Kroger, even though he is very young. He is in charge of our produce operations in Houston for a number of years. Also cycled into our meat operations and was a meat merchandiser as well as produce merchandiser. And today he's the director of operations for our DFW stores, Mike Carell. Mike, thank you for being in Granbury today.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Good. Hey, great to see such a big turnout this morning. And like Gary said, Kroger is certainly excited to be here with the city of Granbury and all the folks that are here to see new economic development taking place. You know, we've been a part of your community for many years, and look forward to continuing that partnership and being a big part of your community in the future. So, what Gary wanted me to try to help you understand today is a little bit about what is a Kroger Marketplace. We've got this great Kroger store down the street here, but what's going to be different about a Kroger Marketplace store? And I'll tell you, it's a food experience like one you've not probably seen before. It's a big store. It's a 123,000 square foot store. It's a store that's going to be about great food at low prices with the very fastest checkout experience that we can possibly offer the shoppers today. And when you think about all those pieces, why you go to the grocery store, it's to get great food. You want the very best value you can get, and you want to get in and out as fast as you possibly can. And that's what a Kroger Marketplace store is all about, delivering day in and day out. So if that's what you're looking for, we're going to be your grocery store, and hopefully we are your grocery store today in town. But I'll tell you, more than just a food store, what the Marketplace is going to bring Granbury and all the folks that travel to come to your great city and spend their dollars is things that you may not think about as far as a food store. We're the world's largest florist. We operate more retail floral outlets than anyone else in the entire world. We've got a dedicated staff of folks that knows the business. We import flowers from all over, have the freshest nursery stock available that we can get our hands on. So any event you're having, we want to be your local florist. Anybody drink coffee in town? I know we've got a Starbucks here in town. We're going to bring the second Starbucks to town in I believe it's the second Starbucks. Am I right on that number? Yes. So we will have a Starbucks in the store that we are really excited about bringing to town. I know our district manager, Sean, is super excited about that. Sean likes coffee a lot. Says it takes a lot of Starbucks to get around this big store. But yeah, we're really excited about a Starbucks coming to town as well. Sushi. In-store made, sliced daily by certified sushi chefs. We are extremely excited about bringing fresh sushi to the market. We've got sushi today in the store, be a bigger fixture, more variety, more selection. We know you'll be excited about that. Our deli operation, deli and bakery, is just one of the signature pieces of the store. We'll continue to have boar's head, fresh sliced meats in the store, and all the signature and experience that comes with that. But over in our bakery, it's a food experience beyond anything. Artisan breads, in-store made tortillas, custom cakes that we do all around the store. Just a great food experience. Probably one of the highlights of the store, really and truly, is around the meat and seafood operation. You think about all the great meals that you have. It all starts with the center of the plate, and that's your protein you're going to put on the plate. The meat and seafood selection that you'll find is just world class. We're proud to feature Nolan Ryan Choice All Texas Natural Beef. That's something exclusively only to Kroger stores in this market in particular. It's a great partnership we have with Nolan and his cattle company and his processors. Just the best quality product you'd ever want to see. Anybody out there like a good steak? I hope so. Yeah, good. It's all USDA choice grade beef as well. We've also just recently started carrying a full selection of prime beef. And if you're really wanting the most tender steak you'll ever want in the world, we'll have it there in our prime beef selection as well. You know, pharmacy is a big part of our business as well, and we are excited about a new expanded pharmacy with a drive-through experience that we'll have. So that's something new that we'll add to the store today that we don't have. So we're pretty excited to see that coming forward. But really the cool part about the Marketplace is not just the food experience, it's what's on the other side of the store. Have you ever walked into a Kroger store and bought a pair of tennis shoes or wanted to get a new pair of sneakers? We will have a full apparel side of the store as well. Children's clothing, young adult sport clothing, coats, jackets, socks, we've got it all. It's a really nice, about 10 to 15,000 square foot of the store dedicated to nothing but the apparel section. We'll also have all the home goods, furnishings, we'll have a little bit of furniture, bath towels, linens, those types of things. So the home side of the store is a really unique shopping experience that kind of brings the best of our food and the other parts of your home all together. A couple other elements of the store that you may not expect. We'll have a Fred Meyer jeweler store. Kroger owns Fred Meyer, which is a huge jewelry chain across the U.S. And we will have about a 5,000 to 7,000 square foot jewelry store right up in the front of the store. Wedding bands, watches, all the name brands that you would want to find. Engagement rings, somebody just pointed out, yes. So all the fun stuff that you can get at any world-class jeweler. So I could go on and on about the store. The most important thing you ought to know, we want just a great food experience for you. It's the best possible food, the lowest prices you can find, with just an outstanding shopping experience and checkout experience. So Sean Cram, our district manager, he is excited to bring the store to the neighborhood. We're going to be hiring a bunch of folks. We need about 350 associates in the store. You heard Sarah's here, our talent manager. She'll be working with Sean and the local team here to help find the new talent and get the training that we need. So jobs for the community, if that's important to you, we've got new jobs to bring as well. So on behalf of myself, Sean, the store team down the road, we want to just thank you guys for welcoming us again into your community. We look forward to working with you on getting the store up and running. Certainly got a lot of little bumps and things to get through to get to that day, but we look forward to bringing you just a world-class store. So thanks so much for being here, and Gary, we appreciate it.
Thank you, Mike. One individual that I see back there is our professional Kroger truck driver that brought this tractor trailer together. Gordon, thank you so much for helping us out and bringing that today. Garland, thank you so much. Okay, now it's my great pleasure to introduce a resident of Granbury for more than 14 years, Mayor Hewlett. Relocated with General Motors as a business manager and chose Granbury as his home. The mayor was elected to the Granbury City Council in 2011, and he is committed to maintaining an honest, open city government with a balanced budget, which is a good thing, and a planned growth plan for community services. He truly wants to continue to build on mapping a transparent future growth plan for the city of Granbury with valued citizen input. The mayor is an Army veteran. Thank you for your service, and has a BA degree in business. He's an avid golfer. Handicap about 8, and enjoys playing the guitar, and remains involved and active in many community organizations, including the Granbury Optimist Club, his Homeowners Association, the Granbury Education Foundation Board, and the Airport Board, among many others. Mayor is married. He and his wife Jan, who's here today, have 4 children, 5 grandchildren, and spread their time between Houston and Odessa. Let's welcome Honorable Mayor of Granbury, Mayor Hewlett. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much for that introduction. That was very kind, very kind. I have to say, I'm from Missouri. The original Jesse James was there. There's another one that came here, I think, and I can't go home and tell him, because I lived within about 10 miles of that. So he's somewhere between Missouri and here. So rest assured. Thank you for that history lesson too. You know, it's always good to hear the history of Granbury, and it sounds like Gary's got all that in line now. He knows all about Granbury, Texas, and what we do here and what we have here, and it is great. It's a great community to live in, and we're excited about Kroger being a partner with us here in Granbury. You know, one of the things that I like to see in this community, it's basically a kind of a tourism community slash other things, but one of the things I like to look at when we look at tourism is the amount of people that come back to this community for the second time. And it's no different than businesses also. When you have a business that is in Granbury and starts out in Granbury, and then they continue, it's like having a tourist come back to the community, because they grow on that, they come back here, they want to stay here, and that tells me that we have done something right. Same thing with tourists. When they come back for the second time, third time, or whatever they come back, it tells me that we were polite enough, or that we showed them something that made them come back to this community. So it's no different with businesses that stay here for long term, and we are truly glad that Kroger has been a partner with us and are continuing to be a partner. The Kroger Marketplace, I'm hoping that later on, when it becomes a Kroger, whatever you call your next venture of Kroger, will stay here in Granbury also, stay here for the long term. So we're excited about Kroger being here, and I'm looking forward to continuing to be a partnership with Kroger. I'd like to right now recognize some of the city officials that are here with us today. I've got Gary Couch, a council member. I'm going to look around here and try to catch everybody, but you're one of the council members. All these people were a part of making this happen. We sat around the table and talked about it a lot. Wayne McKeppin, our city manager, back there. Eva Gregory, our financial department. I got Mickey Parsons, another council person back there. Got Rose Myers, a council person back there. Let me get around the table here. Who else I can see out there? Rose is pointing that way. Sherry, there she is, right there. So Sherry, our newest member of the Granbury, is our assistant city manager, Sherry Hudson Campbell, and she's looking forward to doing business with Kroger also and helping out with things. Scott brought the chamber, a lot of the chamber boards here. I'm not going to try to introduce all of them, but we got Lee Overstreet, the president here, and many other directors out there, so they're excited about it also. They partner with the city a lot to try to make these kind of things happen. One of the people too I want to recognize today that I know most of you's worked with a lot was Scott Sopchak. Scott, raise your hand back there. Scott did a lot of work on this project with engineers, architects, attorneys, TxDOT, the fire marshal, just you name it. Scott was right there with it, and without Scott and his staff, he's got Larry back there with him today too. We certainly would be lost without that. And Scott has a lot of knowledge, has a lot of history knowledge with Granbury, and so I'm sure you enjoyed working with Scott, and he got everybody in the right direction, and here we are today. So Scott, I want to personally thank you too for all the hard work you did. Let's give Scott a big hand. As you know, I've talked about the economic impact that Kroger brings to us, and they always have. They've always been good partners in the community, and I'm looking forward to the continuing partnership and the continuing economic impact that they have on this community here itself. So, with that said, I'm not going to stand up here and tell you all about Kroger, because you guys have done enough of that, and get out here and start digging up some dirt. But I do want to welcome you guys to stay in Granbury, and we're looking forward to working with you guys as partners of the Kroger store. And I know most of the ladies out there, I know my wife's going to probably make this a stop, with all the stuff that you have to offer in one store. One-stop store is a great deal. So I'm looking forward to it, and welcome back.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a couple of other things, and then we'll do the ceremonial groundbreaking. I'd like to talk a minute about our community involvement. Kroger has what we call Kroger Community Rewards, where you can link your Plus card to your charity, your 501c3 charity, your church, your school, and a portion of that sale goes back as a donation every quarter. And last year, Kroger donated $1.5 million in Texas back to local charities, back into the community. We have a number of charities in the area that's part of our Kroger Community Rewards. One is the Tarrant Area Food Bank, and I see the Tarrant Area Food Bank here today. Dan, thank you for being here. One other thing, This Saturday is a Granbury Wine Walk. Kroger is a sponsor of the Wine Walk, so we want you to please participate, have a nice beverage, and we'll be sampling some Boar's Head product at the Wine Walk. And then we'll also be a part of the July 4th celebration, which will be behind our store. With that, I would also very proud to say that Kroger was named the most generous company in the United States by Forbes magazine last year. So we're very proud of our community involvement, and any community projects that come up, we're very committed to them here in Granbury and throughout the county. With that, I'll invite the mayor, Danielle, other city officials. Let's go turn some dirt and start our project. Thank you.
Right, wrong one.